Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Jackson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Houston.
Quez Watkins
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team is... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
The three straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
No, we changed it.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Meredith, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash, and he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
They run out of the gun with Swift, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. Now Jackson on 2nd down. That is incomplete. Trying to find Calvin Austin, and it's 3rd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run That's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Chark the motion man right.
Throwing is Jackson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 11-0 our score after one. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
In motion is McKenzie. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. 2nd and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off play action. Meredith. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is way shy of the first down marker.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On fourth down, Meredith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion right, Watkins. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
Well, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
He'll let it fly for Austin.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, you change it.
Now it's Jackson.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one goes for 8 yards.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. The slot man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. The center receiver in motion to the right. Rolling to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans are able to stretch out their lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Open man right side is Shark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Hey, Ozzy,
To throw again is Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
Hey, report. You.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Slot man moves right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And quickly they get to the line.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Meredith.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jaguars nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Chase Elliott set to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Go ahead. Middle. Thirteen.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, middle.
Jackson now. And he fires one incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Yeah. 180.
4th down. Here's Jackson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Texans.
Throwing on 1st down. Meredith.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes the pick, and the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
22 yards.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run once more with Taylor. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Meredith. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
You are X. You are X.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey.
To throw again. Jackson. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Change it. Yo. 180. One shot. Sit out. Hey, come on.
In motion right is Smith. They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The slot man in motion right. Now Jackson throwing on fourth down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Running left, Taylor.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Austin, the man in motion left.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Jaguars.
Boston, the man in motion left. Now Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Boston, the man in motion left. On second down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham, 30 yards.
And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Off play action. Meredith going deep here for Watkins. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Quez Watkins with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Boston, the man in motion left. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Off the play fake. Meredith. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Off play action. Meredith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Boston, the man in motion left.
No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go. Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
To throw is Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready, shot. Ready. Hey, report. Report. You.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready. Ready, shot. You at
Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On 4th down, Meredith. And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Now he's forced out right. And my goodness, another interception.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember